All right, you guys, so let's get started. Take that yoga block. We're gonna come down onto our knees, onto our mat, and we're gonna take that yoga block right between our inner thighs. Now, if you can fit it width-wise, great. If not, go narrow. That's totally fine with me. Whatever feels good in your body. We're gonna take our hands right under our shoulders, starting in a little 4-point kneeling position. Take those toes underneath you as if you were gonna lift up into a plank. From here, take a deep inhale. We're gonna look up to the wall in front of us. Tailbone shines to the top of the wall behind us. Exhale, think of that heart lifting up through the space between the shoulder blades as we round our spine, tailbone heavy. Inhale, think more about your heart reaching forward through your biceps as you draw your hands and knees towards one another. Exhale as you round it over. Just starting with a little spinal warm up here, getting it ready to move with us. Careful when you go into your cow part of this move, cat-cow, that we don't just dump the belly to the ground and arc the low back. I want you guys to imagine the heart being drawn forward in front of you and still keeping a small activation or lift under the bottom ribs as you reach your tailbone away. Last one here, exhale to round it over. Inhale, extend that spine, and then bring it back to a flat back, to a neutral spine. Recommit to those hands being strong into the floor. On an inhale, we're gonna hover our kneecaps about 2 inches off the floor. Hold it right here. Now, I want you guys to really find a strong connection between your first and second knuckle under the palm of your hand. Soften the elbows towards your hips. Hold. And can you imagine you're trying to hug your armpits down and around your ribs? Good. Did you feel that kind of suck your triceps up underneath your armpits? That's what I'm going for. Now from here, we're going to do a little baby bend of the elbows. Inhale to come up. Exhale to melt it down. Inhale to lift. It's not a huge push-up. Make it tiny, and instead really imagine those triceps being drawn up under, and imagine those armpits kind of hugging down and around the ribs. Good, you guys. Last 3, like this. Elbows are melting back towards the hips. Last 2. Now we're gonna hold it with a little baby bend to the elbows. We're gonna barely kiss those kneecaps to the ground and pick it back up again. Think about your inner thighs being suctioned up through the pelvic floor to pick those knees back up like they're weightless. Good, now everybody check in. Are you squeezing your yoga block to death? Can you relax on that yoga block just a little bit so that you're almost about to drop it on the floor? Good, and then imagine those inner thighs like jellyfish trying to draw that yoga block up. Last 2. Beautiful. Meet me back at the top. Hold it here for 4. Drag those hands and feet towards each other for 3. Good, you guys. Last 2. And with control, set it down. Take that yoga block out. Place it off to the side. We're going to come down onto our tummies for a little back extension to get us started. So we're going to take our hands underneath our forehead. If you have a sensitive low back, you can grab a hand towel. You can fold it up and place it right underneath your hips. Okay, I'm gonna show you what that looks like. There we go. All right, hands come underneath the forehead. Now, from here, we're gonna take those heels together, toes apart, or into a wide second. Inner thighs are spiraled towards the floor. From here, think about reaching that heart forward as you inhale. Start to peel your spine up, and I want you to think about going forward rather than up off the floor. Exhale, peel it down with control, 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale, think about crown of head reaching forward, heart reaches forward. Imagine drawing your arms closer to your hips. Good. The low back should not be grabbing. If it is, we're going too high and we're thinking too much about arcing up rather than out. Last one to prepare here. Inhale to stretch it forward. Exhale to melt it back down. Now from here, we're gonna bend the knees. Take the knees wide, heels come together. Hold it right here. Now, From here, we're gonna inhale to hover our knees up off the floor as we think about our thigh bones reaching away from us. And then exhale to lower. Inhale to pick them up. It's not about how high they go. This morning, I want you guys focusing on how far you can reach your kneecaps away from your sitting bones. Good. We're going to add on. Now, if this feels accessible to you, lift those legs up off the floor by reaching the knees away. Hold. Now you're going to take the heels closer to the booty, really working those hamstrings. Release and lower. Inhale to lift. Draw the heels into the booty from where those hamstrings meet those glutes, what we call our glam line. Good. Now, if you feel that low back pressure, place your head down on the floor. That's fine with me. And every inhale, I want you to think about your tailbone reaching further away from you. Every exhale, pick that belly up off the floor just the tiniest little bit. Even if it doesn't lift up, if you're soft and fluffy like me, it might not actually leave the floor, but the sensation of it inviting up off the floor. Last two here, you guys. Really waking up the backside of the body today. Good. Now that we're back in lockdown in California, we really need it because we're all back to sitting down at our computers more than we were. Beautiful, you guys, and gently release. Let's come on up. If you don't have a yoga block, grab that roll of toilet paper and we'll work with that here. We're gonna stand up. We're gonna take that yoga block underneath our left foot. So start by placing your right foot directly under it and your left foot is gonna come on top. If you've got that roll of toilet paper, you're gonna have it under there, but you're gonna keep most of your weight on the right side. Level off those hips to start with. On an exhale breath, we're gonna sit the booty down and back into a little squat. Inhale as you rise. Good. Exhale as you reach the sitting bones back. Can you keep your pelvis square to the horizon? Exhale as you reach that booty down and back. Navel draws in and up. Inhale as you come all the way up to stand. Good. If you need a nice reminder of how those hips should be, take those hands to the pelvis and imagine that your pelvis is like a glass of wine filled all the way to the top. It's morning, it's Saturday, let's call it a mimosa, all right? Imagine that it's filled right to the very brim, and if you tilt your wine glass to either side, you're gonna spill wine all over the floor, okay? And it's too early to clean up mimosas. Good, you guys. Exhale as we reach that booty down and back. On your next one, we're gonna hold it right here. Recommit to that pelvis being nice and square. You probably have to melt your left sitting bone down and away. Bring those arms up and out. Good, you guys. Now from here, we're gonna sweep those arms down and back, really reaching through the back line of the arm. Inhale them up and away. Exhale to circle them down and around. Last three. Can you get half an inch deeper into your squat? Good, for two. Beautiful. Last one here. The next time the arms go up and back behind you, we're gonna hold it right here. Now from your seat crease, it's half an inch down. Inhale to come 2 millimeters up. Exhale to lower 5 millimeters down. Inhale to rise 3/4 of an inch. Oh my God, she's mixing metric with imperial. It's too early to think about that. Last four. Can you keep reaching those arms up and back behind you? Your heart is drawing forward. Your belly is drawing your organs closer to the back side of your spine. Last two. Good, you guys. And with control, coming all the way up. Beautiful. We're gonna come down onto our knees. We're gonna take that yoga block to our side, and we want it to be, we're gonna end up side bending, taking our hand to it, okay? Right leg is gonna extend long away from us. That inner thigh is gonna draw up into the pelvis. We're gonna take both arms out to a T. And from here, it's an inhale as we take it up and over. Your left hand is gonna find that yoga block. And then without pushing off on the floor, we're gonna take it all the way back up. If you're feeling good about this, you can take that yoga block out of the way. If you feel like you can, with control, come all the way down to the floor. Brilliant. You're gonna bring your entire palm down to the floor, and then you're gonna pick it all the way back up. Beautiful, you guys. Good. That top arm can also come behind the head if you prefer. And we wanna be careful not to rotate the rib basket as we work here. Sometimes we have the tendency to push our head forward and kind of round as we come down. I want you guys to think about really opening up the side of the body. Now think of that outer heel reaching beyond the floor as the inner thigh comes up through the pelvis. There it is. Beautiful, you guys. Good. Last 3 like this. All the way down to that full palm if you can, every single time. And then imagine stacking those vertebrae from the bottom to the top. Good, you guys. On this next one, let's take it to the floor and hold. Whether you've got your yoga block, hand on the floor, or maybe you've got it on a book, that's cool too. From here, think about inhaling, flex the heel and reach that leg away. Lift it up if you can. Hold. Beautiful, you guys. We're gonna take that leg forward and back, and we're gonna try to keep the rest of the body in this plane between 2 panes of glass. Good. Really reach that heel beyond the leg. Imagine reaching it through the wall in front of you. We've already done a lot to wake up the back side of the body. Now those upper inner thighs, those adductors, need to support that leg in space for 2. Good, you guys. Last one. Bring it back in line with the rest of the body. Hold. Now from the hip crease, tiny little lift and lower for 4. Good, you guys, and 3, you got it. Last 2, with control, leg comes down, imprint it into the floor, and pick yourself all the way back up. Good, we're gonna go into some bridging. If you don't have a yoga block, maybe you've got a thick book near you that you could use, fine. If not, don't worry about it, okay? This is not the place to use your toilet paper roll. We're gonna place that yoga block underneath our left foot. Okay, we're gonna make sure that our feet are right beside each other and we're gonna lay down. Now, the closer your feet are to your booty, the less aggressive this is gonna be on your hamstrings, but it can put a little more pressure on the knees if you get too close. So you gotta find that happy medium. Imprint your arms heavy into the floor. Really engage that right foot down into the floor, left foot heavy into the yoga block. Inhale to peel your tailbone up. Hold it here in this high bridge. Check in. Can you melt your heart center down a little bit without losing height in the pelvis? Backside of the arms are active into the floor. From here, we're gonna exhale as we pick that right leg up into tabletop. Hold. It's an inhale to yawn, open the front of the hip crease. It taps the floor. Exhale to pick it back up. Inhale to tap. Exhale to lift. Just 3 more like that, then we're gonna add on. Okay, so your left foot could totally be down on the floor right now and you'd be finding a ton of effort as well. So don't worry if you don't have that prop today. Good, the next time that knee comes up into your tabletop, pick it up, hold. We're gonna roll that spine down, touch the floor, inhale to pick it back up. Recruiting the underside of the body to pick us up and down. Good. As you roll it up, keep that heart melting down, bottom ribs melting towards the floor. So we're not going too high in this bridge. 2 more just like this. Then we're gonna add on one last piece of fun. Hold those hips up on your next bridge. Hold it up. Inhale to deliver the leg up to the sky. Flex the foot. Reach the heel beyond as you send that leg down. Exhale to pick it up, bend the knee. Inhale, lift, flex the foot. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, leg comes up, leg bends. Good. Keep working here. I want you guys to think of this pulley system. Your inner thigh melts down as the hamstring delivers the leg away. Then the inner thigh kind of draws up as the leg goes away. And then that knee bends and that pulley reverses. Good, you guys. Just 2 more like this. Every time you flex that foot, can you reach the heel even further and feel the inner thighs rebound up into the pelvis? Good, last one here. You guys are killing this. This is amazing. Then next time you bring it into that tabletop with that leg, hold it here. Give me the tiniest little lift and lower you've got for 4 and 3, last 2, and with control, lower all the way down. Beautiful, you guys. We're gonna come up for some rolling forearm planks. You do not need your yoga block for now. All right, so coming down onto our forearms, meet me in the best plank that you've got. Step your legs back one at a time. Give me just a little bit of space between those heels, maybe about 4 inches. That heart lifts up through the space between the shoulder blades. Hold. Now from here, we're gonna inhale as we rotate the pelvis over. Feet are gonna come stacked, or flat on the floor, I should say. If you've got it in you, that top arm is gonna reach up and around. Exhale to bring it back down. Bring it back through center, narrow the 2 front hip bones. Then we're gonna take it over to the other side. Now, every time you come into your plank, really find that length, heels reaching away from crown of head. As you rotate it over, shoulder blade wraps around the ribs. Can you find a little invisible lift under your bottom ribs, picking you up off of the floor? Whew. Good, you guys. Now, if you can stay connected to this and still find those moments of length, you can pick up the pace by 5 or 10%. Beautiful. Keep finding that reach. Think about that seatbelt. Narrowing those 2 front hip bones in and not letting the low back tank down towards the floor in your plank. Keep a little lift under the low belly. One more on each side. Nice, you guys. Beautiful. Meet me back in your plank. Hold it here. We're gonna send it back an inch and forward an inch, opening up the front of the elbow creases as we stretch those heels back and beyond. Good. Try not to ride your toes. Try not to ride the foot to come forward and back. I want you to think about the entire body lengthening one way, the entire body reaching back. Front side of the body reaches forward. Back side of the body stretches long. Finding this little 2-way opposition. Last 3. Good, you guys. Last 2. Beautiful. And then with control, like your knees are made of glass, set them down on the floor. Beautiful. Let's come into our bridge on the other side. I know how excited you guys are. That yoga block is going to come under our right foot. Laying down flat on our backs. Make sure your feet are side by side with each other, okay? And find that happy medium where when you go up into this bridge, it doesn't hurt the knees, but your hamstrings have a little support. Bottom side of the arms imprint down into the floor. It's an inhale to peel it up. Hold. Exhale, melt it down. Let's take a few of these here just to articulate the spine and check in with where our weight is over our feet. I'm noticing in my own body that on this right side, my right big toe, first ray connection, does not want to connect to that yoga block. It's just tapping out, going, no, I think the heel has it. So I have to really think about melting that first ray into the yoga block. Hold it here. Now from here, let's pick up that left leg into tabletop. Inhale to yawn the hip open. Exhale to pick it up again. Can you melt your heart down into the mat just a little bit more? Activate the back side of those arms, forearms heavy down into the floor. Notice how that really gets the mid back to help support, and then we're not putting all the pressure on the low back and the hamstrings. Good. 2 more, just like this. Then we're gonna add on, next time you come up into your tabletop, hold it here. Let's roll that spine down, keeping the leg in tabletop. Inhale to pick it up. Exhale, melt it down. 1 vertebra at a time from the top to the bottom, and then inhale to peel it up. Good, you guys, really recruit those glutes. Recruit the underside of that body. Last two like this, and we're gonna add those straight leg reaches. Beautiful. Next time you come up to the top, hold it here, hold it here. We're gonna inhale, extend the leg up to the sky, flex the heel, reach the leg long, try to keep the pelvis square. Exhale to pick it up, bend the knee in. Inhale, reach, extend, exhale, lift and bend. Good, you guys. Think of that heel reaching beyond the wall in front of you. Imagine stepping into your muscle pants every time. Two more, just like this. Are those arms still engaged into the floor? Beautiful, last one here. Bend that knee, hold. Give me that tiny little lift and lower from the underside of the booty for 4 and 3. Last two, and slowly roll it all the way down. Beautiful, you guys. Let's come right up into our side bend. Okay, so if you need the yoga block, try your first one with the yoga block just in case. Okay, and if you don't need it, you can take it out of the way. Great if you don't, but it's there if you do, okay? So coming on to our right knee, left leg is gonna extend, and I want you to really find a connection through the outer edge of that foot into the floor. Arms can come out to the T, or that left arm can come out to the side. It's an inhale as we take it up and over. Exhale without pushing off on the floor. Think about the side of the body picking you up as the outer heel reaches beyond the floor. The inner thigh draws up in opposition. Good, that navel draws in and up. Beautiful, you guys. So we went back into closures in California this week, and it made me go back and revisit some classic Pilates stuff and think about how we could kind of incorporate some of that stuff back into what I've been teaching here just as a way to get more inspired. And I realized I've been talking a lot about inner thighs, but I haven't really been giving you guys a lot of tools to feel those inner thighs and hamstrings. So you're welcome. On your next one, take it down to the floor. Hold. Good. Now imagining those inner thighs like a pair of suspenders. Flex that heel, and we're gonna pick that leg up off of the floor. Hold. Beautiful. Now from here, hamstrings deliver the leg forward as we take it forward a few inches. Inhale as we reach it back beyond the hip. Really open the hip. And imagine those glutes drawing all the way up over your waistband. Good. Hopefully you are feeling as much shake as I am here. Beautiful. Last two. Think about your shoulder blades reaching apart from each other. Collarbones are broad. Last one, bring it back in line with the rest of the body. And now give me a little lift and lower. Imagining the inner thighs coming up and in rather than the foot lifting out. Last three. Good, and two. We're gonna come up for that squat on the other side, and with control, bring it all the way down. So nice. That squat is gonna have that yoga block this time under our right foot, okay? So that yoga block comes under the right foot, and we're gonna take that left foot right beside it, about 4 inches apart in parallel. Take a minute to level off the pelvis. Chances are your right hip is hiked higher. Exhale as we reach the sitting bones down and back. Take a moment here. Is your pelvis level to the horizon? Do you need to wag your tail to the left slightly? Where is your weight over your feet? Now inhale as you come up. Exhale as you bring it back down. Let's do this. Arms up as we lower. Inhale to rise. There we go. Exhale as we reach it down and back. You're trying to sit in an invisible chair, only it's kind of a magic placement because you must be on a set of stairs or something, right? Good, you guys. So that pelvis wants to unlevel, and we're really forcing our body to have to really think about all those different things, adductors, abductors, inner thighs, all of that has to really focus in order to keep that pelvis nice and square. Who else is feeling those deep glute muscles? Good, now that belly draws in and up, hugging our organs closer to our spine. Very nice. You guys, can you trust a little bit more weight from your first ray, big toe, second toe, across to your outer heel? If you've got that yoga block, you can trust a little bit more pressure into the yoga block. If you're on that toilet paper roll, you're gonna have to trust it but not crush it. Good. On your next one, let's hold it low. Hold it nice and low. Beautiful. Now this time we're gonna take those arms to a T and back to that V, and then bring them all the way up and around. Good. If it feels better for you to find this movement here, totally fine. But if you can, turn your palms, press it away like you're gliding through water. Reach them for each other. Turn the palms, reach them back up to the top. Beautiful. Really imagine it's like you're swimming in peanut butter. Okay, think about what that sensation would be. Now check in. Are your knees tipping in towards each other? If so, can you get them more in line with big toe, second toe? Next time those arms go wide and back behind you, hold. Give me that tiny little lift and lower. Itty bitty little lift and lower, coming from those glam lines where your hamstrings meet your glutes. Belly is drawing those organs closer to the back of the spine. We're here for 4 and 3. Good, you guys, last 2. And with control, come all the way up. We're gonna go into a little mermaid leg sweep. Merman, mermaid, a merperson leg sweep. Now, if you don't have your yoga block, I want you to take a pillow, like a thin bed pillow, fold it in half, and you're gonna place it under your right sitting bone. Okay, so I'm gonna come down to the floor. My right knee is gonna come in front of me, and my yoga block is gonna kind of go on an angle so that I can put it right underneath my right sitting bone. Okay, my yoga block is right under the right sitting bone. So if you have a pillow, fold it in half and place it under the right hip. Okay, now, disclaimer, I don't love mermaid, merman. This is not my favorite move. I find this extremely challenging in my hips, but I always feel better after about 3 or 4 reps once I've done it. My hips always feel so much more open. So we're gonna take those arms out to the side if we can. If you need to take your right hand down to the floor, that's fine. We're gonna find those upper inner thighs, inviting the leg up as we reach the left knee further away from us. Hold. Good, you guys. Now we're gonna try to lean as little as possible as we take that leg, hovering it over the floor, bringing it out in front of us. Inhale as we sweep it back, and I want you to think more about this kneecap reaching away from you. Good, and then pick it up. Good, so if you're like me and you've got really tight hips, you are feeling this just as much as I am, and you're probably not in love with this move, and that's okay. It's okay. I want you to listen to your body. If this is really aggressive, even with that pillow or that yoga block under you, you can sit in a chair that doesn't have any arms on it, and you can still do this action of sweeping the leg forward and back, but that extra height is gonna give our pelvis a little bit more space. Yeah, so I see some people lifting up going, yeah, this is not for me. 2 more just like this. So you guys think about really reaching that kneecap wide and away. Then next time that leg goes behind us, we're gonna hold it right here. Now, just a tiny little lift and lower. We're gonna try not to set that foot on the ground. My foot is all over the place. It's okay. I want you guys to think about reaching beyond for 4. Good, and 3. Good, last 2. And with control, setting it all the way down. Come up, take that yoga block out. We're gonna lay on our backs, and then we'll do the other side in a moment. So we're gonna lay on our backs. Now, that yoga block is gonna come between the inner thighs, whichever way you choose. Okay, we're gonna lay down flat on our back. Knees can be gently bent with those feet on the floor, or legs can be long for a little bit more aggressive work, up to you. From here, we're gonna exhale as we nod the chin to chest, sweep the arms forward, reach the legs up into tabletop. Inhale, arms are gonna go long, legs are gonna go long. Sweep the arms around as you bring the knees back into tabletop. Inhale to extend, exhale to bring it in. Now, if you have a sensitive low back, don't go so low with the legs. Keep it more on a 45-degree angle and really feel the weight of those legs sinking into the pelvis. Beautiful, you guys. 2 more, just like this. Now, if you're feeling really confident today, we're gonna add on a little teaser. If not, keep it here. But if you're feeling up to the challenge, we're gonna come up all the way to our teaser and then slowly roll it down as the legs go long. Arms are gonna circle, and then we're gonna bring it all the way up into our teaser. Just 3 more like this. Beautiful, you guys, keep working here. I'm losing my microphone. It's getting crazy with her teasers here today. We're here for 2 more. Good. The next time you circle it up and around, hold your teaser if you've got it. We're here for 4 and 3, last 2, and then set those legs down. Beautiful work, you guys. All right, let's hit that mermaid on the other side. Then we're gonna stretch out, and you guys can continue on with your day. That block is gonna go, block or pillow, is gonna go under that left sitting bone. We're gonna take those arms out to the side, and we're gonna try to lean as little as possible as we think about that right knee reaching further away from us, hovering that leg to bring it forward, and then circling and sweeping it all the way back and around. This is so much better for me on this side. So maybe that's you too. Maybe it's a little bit easier on one side. That's totally normal. If this is easier for you, I have a question for you. When you sit cross-legged, and ever since you were a little kid, you've always sat cross-legged with the same leg in front, is this the leg that is in front for you? So if it's easier for you, it's often because that hip is already a little bit more open than the other side. Okay, maybe you sit with your left leg forward when you sit cross-legged and you found the other side a little easier. Or maybe you're a weird anomaly and you're not either one of those two, and that's okay too. There's a lot of different reasons why our hips can be more open or not. Next time this knee goes back behind us, hold. Good. Think about reaching the kneecap beyond as we think of that little lift and lower. So good, you guys. Can you recenter those ribs a little bit? Maybe you're leaning way over. Can you pick them up just a little bit more? Last 3. Good, and 2. And with control, lower that leg down. Take that yoga block out. Let's finish with a little pigeon. We're gonna take that left knee forward. We're gonna walk that right hip and that right leg down and away. Good. If you know the pigeon is a little more aggressive than you can handle this morning, I want you to lay on your back and do a little figure 4. Okay, you'll cross your left ankle over your right knee and hug the back of the right thigh. Okay, if this feels good to you and you want to bring it all the way down onto your forearms, good. I want you to take your toes underneath you. Inhale as you extend through the back of the leg to extend the leg long. Exhale to kiss the knee down to the floor. Inhale, reach the heel away. Exhale to lower. Good, last one here. Melt the knee down. Pause for just a second. Draw your left sitting bone back and down a little bit more. Beautiful, you guys. Take your hands onto the mat. We're gonna come all the way up. We're gonna press those hips up and away into a down dog. Sitting bones reach away from our hands. And then we're gonna take that right leg forward into our pigeon. We're gonna allow that back leg to melt down into the floor and kind of reach away from us. If you're feeling good, bring it down onto the forearms. If you're on your back, switch those legs. Keep the foot flexed if you're in your figure 4 stretch. Draw that thigh bone in towards your chest. Beautiful, you guys. Take those toes under you, reach through the heel as you extend the back leg long. Kiss the mat with the kneecap. Inhale to reach it long. Exhale to lower. 2 more just like that. So good, you guys. Whenever I introduce a new prop into Wunda Live, I think of 10 million things that I want to do. Take your hands to the mat. Let's press it up for a down dog one last time. And so we didn't get to everything I'd love to do today, so I will just have to do another yoga block class sometime in the future. Beautiful, you guys. Bring it all the way in. Have a really fantastic day.